Hello, welcome to scr1tno Knitting Project podcast. My name is Sharon and I'm coming to you from Surrey in the UK, where I live with my family, 3 cats and a dog. Today is Thursday the 10th of June 2021. This is episode 96. Welcome if you're a new viewer and welcome back if you're a returning viewer. Thank you so much for joining me today. This is my little corner of the internet where I share with you anything I have been making this week. This week's a bit different. I am going with the sections, but I wasn't on project. I spent the whole of the weekend knitting socks because it was my birthday and that's all I wanted to do. So there's a few socks in this episode. 1, 2, 3, 4 socks in this episode. And subsequently one of the sections didn't get worked on at all, which there's no surprise there. It was the mystery blanket that missed out. Anyway, let's go into the normal podcast. I'm keeping it informal again today. I hope you don't mind. You seem to quite enjoy that, and it does mean a lot less editing for me, which is cool. I have my giant coffee mug again. I have 1 cup of caffeinated beverage a day, and this is it. And I really do rather look forward to having it. So let's go into admin. So the podcast has a Ravelry group, if you can do Ravelry. I'm on Instagram and, well, pretty much everywhere as scr1tno. I'm trying to sort out Mighty Network, so I've kind of stalled on that. I need to get my bottom into gear and sort that out. It's just been so busy. I need things just to slow down just for a few days. That would be good. So we've got the 2 KALS going on. The first one, the stripy sock KAL. The June extra entries are Fibre, Nymph Dye Works, West Yorkshire Spinners, Vlna-Hep, which is Vina-Hep, and Scrumptious Purl. And we have the square a day going on, at which we have a check-in at the end of June, and there are some fabulous mini prizes from the lovely Loan. And that is for 181 squares if you're doing a year 1 blanket and 547 squares if you're doing a year 2 blanket. You can tell I've written them down this week, can't you? Right, anyway, the rest of it is pretty much not needing notes. I shall put them down there because it's going into the sections. So day 1 is socks, and as I said, I went completely off project because it was my birthday. I did a lot of socialising, so actually, because of course sock knitting's a lot easier if you're socialising. I am going to run through my birthday presents that I got that you'll be interested in. Actually, I think they're all ones you'll be interested in. I don't think I've got anything you wouldn't be interested in, if I'm honest. I had a very good year this year. But I'll do that as a separate section towards the end. But anyway, so day 1 is socks, and first of all I have a finished object. I'm so pleased with these. So these are the June Rainbow Chronicle socks. This is a KAL led by So Sweet Violet and Lay Family Yarn, and this was the June colour. The June colour is blue, or green going into blue. And as you can see, I mean they're not the same colour, but I did do the same pattern, so you can see it a bit better on this one, but I'll show you on the other one as well. So I helical knitted, I did the cuff in this blue first, then I helical knitted this blue with this colour here, then I did that heel in this colour, I did the decreases in this colour, I did whatever I had left over as a stripe there, and then I had a different mini for these 2. So that's the sort of stripe pattern on that one, and then I replicated it on this one as the second sock. So I tried to find 2 more solid or darker colours and 2 lighter colours. So again, I helical knitted these, so that's one colour, then I helical knitted this one with this one here, did that colour for the heel, did the decreases in this colour, and did a stripe, a band in this colour, that's a different mini, and that's a different mini. So they're very much sisters, not twins, but I like how they came out, and I might try and replicate that for the rest of the socks because this was good fun to knit. So this was a 10 times 10 gram palette pack from Kelly, Lay Family Yarn, and this was the June pack. So I'm really pleased to get them off the needles so early in June. and they pretty much knit themselves. This one knit itself because I'd worked the pattern out on this. This one just flew off the needles. So I'm quite looking forward to doing the next month's one now. If you want to see what my box of socks are looking like and you're on Instagram, there is a picture, I think, on my Instagram stories. Not my Instagram stories, on my I don't know whether I did it on my stories or whether it's on my actual Instagram. I think it's on my actual Instagram. If not, I will do one for this lot. So that's that pair of socks. Where shall we go next? Right, then here I have my, these are my entry for, was it March? No, April. My Giddy Yarns stripy socks. This is the Robin Redbreast colourway. And I was there last time you saw me, and I've whipped up the foot. I actually just need to put the toe on this now, so toe time. And then I do need to knit the second sock, would be useful. At the rate I'm going to have a singular sock for each of the months, and then next year, if I do the same, I'll do the other sock and hopefully have a pair. But I probably won't do that, if I'm honest. I'm thinking I will probably do the second sock as this is the tutorial for the 2 circulars. Now on that subject, Kay, who's the Crazy Sock Lady, has got a 2 circular tutorial out. But I don't do mine the same way as she does hers, so it is different. my one is different, so I will do that. I'm going to hopefully get onto that next week, work willing. I've had a busy work week, so I haven't had much time to get anything done. I still need to get the Unravel vlog up as well, so I need to do that as well. But yeah, so that's that one, and that's hanging out in my little kiwi bag. And then also, I fancied working on my jelly roll socks. Do you remember my jelly rolls from a while ago? This is also Giddy Yarns, and this is from a little mini set. Okay, I don't know where the main mini, so that's gone, it's disappeared. So this was a set of 5, but I've only got 4 of them wound up, and the other one's disappeared at the moment. So that's what they are looking like. So you've got, whoop, it's really difficult to show. There we go. And I finished the first one. So the last time you saw these, they were there. This is how my jelly rolls are turning out, and I'm loving the heel on this. The heel is so much fun. I love how that looks. So pretty. I've done a little mini band on this one in the middle. So that's how that one's coming out, and I decided after much deliberation that I was going to do the second sock the same colourways. So I've done the heel. As I said, I love how that's turning out. So I've done the heel, and I'm on the gusset decreases on these. I really love them. So yeah, I just felt like I wanted to work on something summery, and I do love shorty socks. So I am wearing shorty socks, to be fair, but I'm knitting my shorty socks, and I love these. So that was my other sock whip that I worked on, and then because apparently, you know, that wasn't enough, I was tidying up the craft room. Not that it looks like it now, but it was tidier. And I found this lovely project bag, which I got from Sherry Iris. It's hand embroidered, and I love it, and my camera doesn't because I'm about to blow it out with white, but it's so pretty. And in here was a set of minis. Now, I don't know what the set is from. I know it's a Sherry Iris set. I don't know what he's from, but I will show you the minis. Ooh. So there's that one, those, and those. There we go. And I had a go at doing 2 at a time socks. Got into an awful muddle, gave up, and I'm now doing concurrent socks. So I've got 2 sets in here. So I've only just got a little cuff on that one, and an even littler cuff on that one, because I took them off, and there we go, decided I was going to do them concurrently because apparently 2 at a time defeated me. I think I just didn't have enough patience that day. I've no idea why I started this, other than I decided I wanted some really pretty summer shorties, and I sort of looked in this bag and was like, oh, they would make some really pretty summer shorties. So I just started them because it was my birthday and I could. I'm terrible. There's a good chance there'll be another sock cast on at some point this week as well, because I'm hoping to get some yarn at the weekend, and I can imagine I won't be able to resist casting it on straight away, but we will see. So that's my 4 sock whips. Oh, I should also say the jelly roll pattern is a pattern by Mary Catherine Briner. It's going to be one of those days. I apologise for the numerous interruptions I'm going to get out of this podcast. Okay, so I had just finished day 1, which was socks. Day 2 is shawl day, but I'm working on a scarf. So basically, if you wear it around your neck, maybe I should rename it Accessories Day. That might work, mightn't it? Accessories Day. So it's hanging out in my little taffety mouse bag, which I love. And I worked on my Killarney scarf. Now this is a pattern by Amy, who's a little tailoress. And she's so pretty. There we go. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful pattern. Now, if you remember, I started this in December with the Dandelion and Dogwood, which is her yarn company that she runs with her sister, my lovely advent calendar I had. And I was always planning, when I saw this pattern to come out, to do this. But I struggled with it at Christmas because I was doing lots of TV watching. It's not really telly knitting because it's quite a lot of chart work. It's really easy, don't get me wrong, the pattern is easy, but you do need to concentrate on it. So I have got some work done on this week. I'm sitting out in the garden, I'm listening to music, and I am working on this. So I was there and I got up to there, which I know doesn't look like a huge amount, but actually I've nearly finished that lavender section. I'm nearly into the next colour. So when you change colour, you do a couple of stripes of the new colour, then a couple of stripes of the old colour on each of the swaps, which is really pretty and kind of blends the 2 colours. And you're holding a mini with fingering with mohair. And yeah, I just love this. It's so soft, so soft. It's making me think I might be able to wear a love note with mohair on it. We will see. So yeah, I did manage to do that. So that's the mini I'm using, and I'm using Kid Silk Haze to hold it with it, but that I need to add a new bit in. So yeah, that's the mini I'm using. If you want to see what the advent looks like, if you check out my Vlogmas, it was a really, really pretty advent. I'm not doing her advent this year just because she did a mix of yarns. So she's doing some fingering, some mohair. And although I'm getting on all right with mohair at the moment, I don't always. And sometimes it sits on my chest and makes me cough. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm not doing her advent this year, but I did really enjoy it last year. I've got the Fibre Fox instead this year, Georgie, who's the Fibre Fox and who's becoming a really good friend. I will see some of her yarn later. I'm doing her advent instead of this one. But yeah, I'm really glad I did this year, because this is such a pretty advent. Yeah, that's where I'm getting to. So I've got one more of this, so this is one section, and then this is repeated, this lace pattern's repeated 4 times, so I've got one more of this lace, and then I get into a slightly easier lace pattern for the body of it, and then it goes back into 4 of that pattern and 1 of the other pattern. So I'm very much looking forward to doing it. I really enjoy it in the garden. So I'm slightly off project at the moment, in as far as, rather than working day by day, kind of working wherever I happen to be. So if I'm in the garden, I tend to grab my Kalani and work on that. Obviously, well, I say obviously, but I wouldn't work on it if I was in the car. It's not car knitting really. And I wouldn't work on it if I was in a social setting. So at the weekend when I was chatting to people, I wouldn't have worked on it then. But of an evening when I finished work and I can just sit out in the garden, because we've had some really lovely days. It's not so lovely today, hence why it's quite dark. But in an evening when I'm in the garden, I will grab this and work on this. So that's day 2. Now day 3 is garment day. It's currently living in this bag, but it's about to find a new home. I'm about to swap bags because this one's outgrown this bag, and the other bag I've got is bigger, so I'm going to swap my ED into this one, which actually is, that's Lay family yarn, and this is a Megan Lay bag. Makes sense. But at the moment I am using it to house my love note, which is a pattern by Tin Can Knits, and I am doing a DK version as opposed to a fingering weight held with mohair. But as I said, I might consider doing that next time round. I am using Bumbling yarns, which is a crafter's Balm, the lonely knitter. Laura, I'm so sorry, blanked completely there. And she very kindly dyed this up for me. It's very pretty. And I have, right, as I said, don't be overwhelmed by the progress on this. But I have picked up for my sleeve. So I have actually, so I've finished, I thought I'd just refresh your memory with this if I'm honest. I finished the body. No, I haven't finished the body. I finished splitting for the sleeves. I finished the body. Yep, I'm going to have a boob tube. I finished splitting for the sleeves, and I finished this sleeve. So this sleeve is done. And now I have picked up for this sleeve. So I'm hoping that next garment day I will get all of this sleeve done. And that's my interruption again. Bear with me. This is going to be how my day is. Work has already started and it's early. Never mind. So I was talking about my love note. I can't remember where I got to, but I'll just show it to you again. And then in editing I'll go, yeah, you've already said that. But yeah. So mine's a DK version. It's designed to be done with a fingering weight and mohair held together. I didn't do the mohair because I was worried that I would react to the mohair, but since making that scarf I'm not sure I would, so I might actually make a mohair version, because I think these are really, really useful for wearing over dresses in the summer when it's a bit chillier. It's a bit chillier today actually. Talking of which, I am wearing my EDT today. This is the EDT by Isabel Kramer. This is my Irish EDT because the yarn I used is from the amazing grace of Babble's Travelling Yarns, and the top is Winter Mist, and if I stand up the bottom is Ivy. And I love it. I love this this top, but it is a bit cooler here today, so I have opted for a jumper. Yeah, so anyway, that's day 3, garment day, and I'm enjoying working on this. I mean, I'm so close. Once I get those sleeves done, it's round and round on the body for that has much yarn and length as I want, so I need to sort that out. But as I said, that's going to move bags, but it's currently hanging out in my a Yarn Dyer's Daughter bag. So that's day 3. Day 4 is baby items day, and at the moment I am just working on a little blanket that's hanging out in here. This is a Craft House Magic bag, and I'm using a 4.5mm crochet hook a Sheepy's, I think it's pronounced, whirl in Muststash. Oh, so nice. That's the name of it. So it's, yeah, that's that one. And I'm using it with a magic knot ball. This is a very old magic knot ball. So, I mean, the yarn on the outside of it, that one, and the one that's in the blanket is from my Kisses by the Sea shawl, which is a shawl by Hokey Locatelli, which I knit 3-4 years ago. So I try to think what the yarn in the middle of this is. I will be intrigued to find out. But my stepson is expecting his first baby in September. It's going to be a little baby boy. So I am making a corner to corner blanket in the with the magic knot ball. I'm obviously holding them double. I didn't actually mention that. Holding that with that. There's a bit of a train wreck this podcast this week, isn't it? I'm really liking the way it's come out. But that was the singles that I used in my Kisses by the Sea shawl, and then now this is the one of the contrast colours, and then the sparkly purple was the next one. I may cut the sparkly purple out. I may not use that. I might take that off because I don't want to use the stellina with a baby, because I'm not sure whether it's going to like pull out and he might choke on it. So I might take the stellina off. But yeah, so I may very well take that off of there and just wind it off. I might start then a magic knot ball with stellina, not to be used for babies. I don't know that for definite, by the way. It's just my personal. I looked at it and was like, oh, I'm not sure about the stellina. So I was there last week, where my little crumpet is. No, not crumpet. Yes, it is. It's crumpet. Scone. It's a scone. It had scone. It was a scone. So I'm now there. I am struggling to crochet at the moment. I'm finding it is hurting my shoulder. So I am doing just a strip on this a day for the moment. It's not going to be very big. It's just going to be a pram blanket. I'm anticipating it not to be much bigger than this magic knot ball. And then I'm hoping I will have some of this left over, and I will make a second one because I have lots of magic knot balls. But yeah, that's what I'm doing for the baby at the moment. I am going to make a baby flax, I think. Baby flax light, in fact. But I haven't quite started that yet. So that's day 4, baby day, items day. Day 5, no surprise, is mystery blanket day, and I didn't do that. It's always the one that falls off the project. But day 6 is blanket day, and that is hanging out in this lovely bucket bag by Rachel of So Mamie. And it's huge, an amazing bucket bag. It's perfect for a blanket, and it's got my project and all of the balls of yarn that are going into it. Oh, and apparently my mask, that's because we went out last night. And I am doing a Cosy Memory blanket because I decided, hold on, what's going, oh, honestly, I decided I actually wanted a memory of all the projects I've made this year. So I haven't shown this for a while. I thought I'd run through the minis. So I'm a Patreon for a homespun house, and each month you get some minis. I'm not going to show you that one because they only arrived yesterday. So they were from last month, I think. Yeah, these are the March ones. They're the May ones. I must have some April ones in there somewhere as well. There we go. That's got to be the April ones, isn't it? Yeah, they're the April ones. And so I'm putting those in here, and then my project. So that's a Homespun House Patreon mini, as is that one. That is the Gamer Crafter Gear Wars from my mitts that I made. That is the Hedgewig from Felt Fusion, which also went into the mitts. That is my stripy socks from Woody Goodness. That is a Patreon mini. That is a little mini that I dyed. I wanted to kind of keep a little memory of it. That is from a hat I have knit. which is going to a friend later on this month. That is another mini I dyed and also went into my mitts. That one there is in the Shorty Socks in Laura's yarn, Bumbling yarns that I knit. I finished it a couple of weeks ago, and then I'm just using this, which was from, I can't remember, I've just put it in my Christmas. Right, I've got it. So they're in my it's in my Christmas blanket because I thought it was vaguely Christmassy. But also I made Shorty jelly rolls with this, and a really pretty green mini that came with it. It says Hedgerow Yarns, and it is in this box of socks that I have lost. So yeah, that's done quite a few projects now. So that's the one I'm putting in. So as I said, I've got some Patreon minis that I'm going to put in. I'm not showing those ones because they literally only arrived yesterday, just in case. This mini goes with the yarn that's not in here, but with this, that yarn there, and it's going to be made into a pair of sample socks for Laura, but I need to do that, so I need to grab that out. This was the shawl that I made for Laura. So this is this is Dilly Dilly. I've got Dilly Dilly to go in, and I've got lavender blue. Then I've got my leftovers from my Maytham shawl, which is Toad Hollow yarn, which are those. I have got my yarn from my Desert Vista dyework socks. I have another mini that I dyed. I have got some, that's a little, so this is the other thing I'm going to put in here, is my little samples that you get from Craft House Magic when you place an order, and this is You Can't Hurry Love. So that's going to go in there. That green is from, or that one is, one of those two greens are from my Desert Vista dyework socks, but I'm not sure which one. That was a mini that I was playing with my minis yesterday and thought, oh, I really like that, and threw it in here. And then the rest are leftovers, as in the little bits that I have in here but I haven't taken out of here yet. So they're the ones that I'm going to put in for the moment. I want to try and get caught up on it so that I can start just putting it in as and when I've finished projects. I mean, it doesn't help when I find a mini and go, ooh, that's a pretty mini, and just throw it in here. But that got a lot of work this week. Well, I say a lot of work. I did that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Was that it? Yeah, I think that was it. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm on number 5. I've got Chalgoo needles on this, and I have to say, I think they're Chalgoo red lace, and I'm actually really enjoying using them. They are very pleasant to use. So that's the blanket that got the blanket love this week, and totally enjoyed working on that, so I want to try and get that caught up. Then next up will be my square a day entry, which is my Christmas blanket, and I have finished half of a strip. So I did those ones, the ones with the stitch markers on are the ones I did. So this is this half the strip. It's very green. The green really pops, doesn't it? So the green, I don't know where the green is from. It was just a random green mini I'd pulled out to go in with the Christmas minis, because I thought it was kind of a Christmassy colour. And then the lovely bluey colour, bluey green, is from Giddy Yarns, who very kindly sent it with the grey that she's dyed for me to do the joins. So yeah, it's really pretty. So next week you will see these two together. So that is from Laura, who is Bumbling Yarns, Crafter's Mum, and this is a Dusty Dimples mini. So I'm going to hold those two, well, I'm not holding them together, I'm going to alternate them for my next two, which I'm really looking forward to. Super pretty. My magic knot ball for this is growing. So that's my square a day. That's it for the knitting content. I have got one other craft I did this week, which is actually hanging out in my cute little basket. And I decided, I was inspired by Kate from the Last Homely House, who did a quilt top that she isn't going to back. It's just like kind of finished as it is, so that you can throw it over yourself in the summer if it's really hot, so you feel like you've got something over you, but it's not adding any warmth. And I've had my hexagons made up for a long while, so I've started joining them together. And this is a set from So Sweet Violet. And what I'm going to do, I did a prototype of these two. They weren't in the middle when I did it, but they are now, because if I pick out a colour, I decide whether I want to put it that end or that end, depending on how well it goes. So the idea is this is going to be the width of my bed, and then a bit more. So it's going to be quite a long-term project. And then on the back, I found a template for hexes a little bit smaller. So I'm backing it with hexes with nothing in the middle, so it's just the two hexes, so it's going to be kind of a double weight of the fabric. So I've got the hexes on the back. If Sherry's watching this, you might recognise this, Sherry, that was one of your little bags. And that's an old sheet that I had. So they're going to be made onto the back. So you can take, I mean, you could have it that side up if you wanted to. But then that's the idea. I mean, it's going to take me years. I'm trying to make sure I sew on one a day. I did not sew on one yesterday, so that's already failed. But that's the idea. And I'm hand stitching it, obviously. I'm really enjoying it. So it's about this time last year that I got back into English paper piecing. And I've got a box with all my old English paper piecing and all my old fabric and everything in somewhere. And this time last year, it was my diary entry for last night. So I've got one of these 5-a-year diaries, and like I always read the days, what's happened in previous years when I fill it in. And last night's entry was, I'm really annoyed I spent all day looking for a box for my English paper piecing, and I can't find it. And then this, like last night's entry was, and a year later I still haven't found that box. I've got no idea where it's got to be. Now process of elimination is it's got to be in the loft. It's the only place it can be, because obviously I've moved my entire craft room, so I know it's not here, it's not upstairs, it's got to be in the loft. So I am now going to send people up to the loft to try and find it for me, because that's where it has got to be. There is no if, where, why. That's the only place it can be. And I'd like to find that, because I've got a lot of that fabric. And have I joined it in? I haven't joined it in. There's another one that I've got a lot of. Let's have a quick look. So this is the Christmas fabric. I've got some of that, without doubt. I've definitely got some of that. So I've got quite a lot of this fabric in that box. I just need to find it. And I'm going to measure these templates and get one of my two girls who now have a Cricut machine to make me some templates. My eldest has one and my youngest has one. I bought my youngest one for her 21st birthday, which actually isn't till next month, but she wanted it early, so she's starting to do make fan art on sweatshirts. So when she's got some in her shop, I shall let you know. So that was my other craft this week, and I'm hoping you might see this regularly. But then we all know I'm a squirrel, and last week I was embroidering. That's that. briefly, because it's kind of where I've been talking about Meg shop, I have got an Etsy shop at the moment. It's scr1tno knitting. If you search scr1tno on Etsy, I come up pretty quickly because I'm the only scr1tno on there, which I'm kind of glad about. I'd be really annoyed if somebody nicked that. But I have put all my minis that I am destashing. Oh, here we go. It's all this lot. Okay, you have to put up with that. I've got a load of minis in here. These are all being destashed. And they're all in the Etsy shop. Now they are, give this as an example. They are in sets. So this is set 14. And now in here there is a mixture of dyers. So that's Nora George. I think that one is Nora George as well. That was Beehive, as was that one, and that one I think was Strawberry Fields. So they're all indie dyed yarn, but what I've done is gone through the sets, pulled out any I particularly like, and then made up sets. So this is kind of a spring green set, which I kind of like. I really like this one actually. The problem is with doing this, I'm now like, oh, maybe I should keep those for scrappy socks. No, it's all right, it's going. So they'll also come with a little bulb stitch marker and a little progress, little charm. But that's just the set 14 is just so I know which set it is on Etsy. So if you want to check that out, I would be very grateful. I thought Etsy might be easier for me than Instagram, just because not everybody is on Instagram. So I've just thrown it on an Etsy store for the moment, although Etsy fees are expensive. I'm not enjoying the whole, I think it's about £3 less that you get. Wow. That's before PayPal's added their fees. But anyway, so that's that. So what I'm going to do now is take a minute. I'm going to put this lot away, and then I'm going to get out the Happy Mail and my birthday bits, because that's exciting. So I'm going to do birthday bits first, because they kind of came out first. So the first one was a lovely package I got from my dear friend Sherry, who is Sherry Iris, and she made me this lovely little bucket, which is at the moment holding all the little bits and pieces I have on my desk. So there's my tape, crafter's balm, because there's always crafter's balm, couple of pairs of scissors, tape measure, so it's all in there, and they're all bits that I tend to have sitting on my desk. She also made this gorgeous little pin cushion, which I adore, and it's going to come in very handy, and is going to go now in with, look how well this matches, just saying. So that's going in there now. This pretty little pin, which Sherry has in her shop at the moment, this rose pin. I might attach that to my basket if I can too, or actually I might attach it to that basket. And some beautiful minis. These are her Wren minis. They're really pretty. So lovely. So these might have to be birthday shorties and may have to go on the needles very soon. And finally, some really yummy soap. French soap. It smells amazing. I wish you could smell. You want to smell? It smells so good. So the good thing about showing you all my presents is I can actually now use them. Right, so that's that one. I'm going to try and put acquisitions to one side and show that in a separate section. So let's just clear some space. I have got two and that. So these are from So Remy and our journaling. These are little journaling papers. And my eldest daughter, no, my youngest daughter rather, has got these for me. Well, when I say got these for me, I ordered them. She's giving me the money. So I've got, this is the butterfly and toadstool one. So it's all butterfly and toadstool themed. It's so cute. If you want to be surprised, look away, because I was just going to give you a quick tour of what they are. They're really lovely. It's the first time I've seen them properly, because I haven't actually had a chance to look yet. So many fun things. There's loads in this. I probably shouldn't do this for all of them, otherwise this podcast is going to be extremely long. But you get the idea. And then also there's like little cards and papers. That's some more stickers. So yeah, really lovely. So that was the butterfly one. Rachel, bless her, had an update just in time for my birthday. It was so helpful. Oh, that one. And as the girls are hopeless at sitting on updates, I did that, and then they just paid me back. The great thing about buying things from indie makers, and Rachel in particular, is it all comes so beautifully packaged. They didn't have to worry about wrapping it. So this is flowers, so to just give you an idea of what's in this one. Again, you've got the papers and a card, lots of stickers. They're very pretty stickers. So this is all going to be for my journal, which I haven't written in for about 3 weeks now, so I need to get back to doing my journal. I think my brain is going that just write off those 3 weeks, don't try to catch them up, and start afresh from today. And then if you get into the mood, you can just sit there and doodle on those other pages rather than worrying about what actually happened, because I'm not going to be able to remember that. So that's those ones. This really is not coming out in any form of order because I have more Rachel bits and things, but I was very lucky that my lovely friend Kelly, who's the dyer behind Lay Family Yarn, made me a bag. Now I'm twinning with Jules, the So Sweet Violet, as well, because it's her birthday today in actual fact, so happy birthday, Jules. And she made us both a bag, and I absolutely love it. Kelly is so talented. So this is going to house my Rainbow Chronicle socks from now on, and then the one I was using, which is also a Kelly bag, is going to go house my crochet Kelly blanket. But she also gifted me some yarn, and this is some Hilo Co. In her Wren colourway, and it's a Super Wash Merino Cashmere Nylon. It's really soft. I think these might have to become some hand warmers. Fingerless mitts. Oh, really lovely. Thank you very much, Kelly. There was a few other bits which you'll see as I go through, because everything's kind of got split up, so you'll see it as it comes out. This is another bit from Kelly. Her daughter Megan's decided that she no longer wants to do her Battenberg blanket, so has very kindly sent me her little squares to add to mine. So I want to get that out at some point. It's most definitely going to be my square a day for next year's square a day. So what I'm thinking is, because obviously there's a lot of lovely squares in this, when I get to doing it, I'll do like one plain one and join in one of these each day. That's my theory anyway. I need to put that with them though. That was from my lovely friend Jenny. Some lovely little minis from Hedgerow Yarns. So cute, so pretty, aren't they? And she also knit me this really beautiful shawl, which I haven't got with me. That's in another room. I might try and do that. I'm going to go get it now. Bear with, I'll be back. So this is my beautiful shawl, which I think is crocheted, and is, oh, it's just so pretty. I don't know what the pattern is. Hopefully, Jenny, if you're watching, could you just comment below and tell everybody what the pattern was? It's just beautiful. It's exquisite, and I love it. And it's so warm and beautiful and cuddly and soft. And on Saturday, when I had family around and we were still sitting out in the evening, it was just getting a tiny bit chilly, and I was wearing quite an open neck dress. I just had this over me. People kept trying to nick it. I'm like, oh, you can't have it. But it is absolutely beautiful. and I'm very, very grateful. I really love it. So as you can see, I've been totally spoilt. What's next? I mean, just grab something. Another one from Kelly, who very kindly gifted me the next batch of the Rainbow Chronicles. Aren't they beautiful? Those purples, gorgeous. Probably my favourite one yet. So that's Lay Family Yarn. So yeah, that's the this month's one that's been released, but I think it's August. Palette pack. So I was very grateful for those. This also came from Jenny, and is the fun little donut. Isn't that lovely? That is going to go in my Cosy Memory blanket bag, so that I've got some progress keepers for the squares I've used. I love that. I'm really looking forward to it. That's one of the good things about doing a podcast, so I can actually use my presents now. I got a lovely candle, which is Pear and Freesia, which was also from Kelly. Oh, it smells amazing. And what's this? This is one of the girls' presents to me. And this is a set of wooden stamps from So Me, and I love this. I love how it fits in the box apart from anything else. But yeah, I really love these stamps. They're very they're floral, and there's mushrooms, and beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that's that set. And then there was another set which came with this little book of papers too. And I'm really hoping this is the right one. Hold on, bear with. Yes, it is the right one. The other one's in there. It wasn't the only set I got. And there's these sets. These are also stamps. I look forward to stamping. I am figuring that all those pages that I've missed out in my journal, I'm just going to sit there and play with all my stamps over them and make them pretty. I got a pile of little ink pads. So there's a spring green, a cerulean blue, wisteria, chocolate, and rose pink. They're going to be pretty. I got a. These are all from So Sweet Violet. From So Me. Sorry, ladies. So Me. Also got that little birdie stamp, which I love. I've wanted this ever since she released them at Christmas, so I was really pleased it was still in her shop for my birthday. This is a Robin Bobbin, which is a ceramic bobbin from Catherine Daniel Ceramics, and I've put it in my basket a number of times to check it out and thought I can't really justify the expense, but for my birthday, so my girls got me this and I'm so pleased with it. I love it. You can hang it on your tree to use it as a Christmas ornament, but I think it's just going to hang out in my office, if I'm honest. I got this lovely bag. This is from the Fibre Fox and was a present from Laura, who is the crafter's Balm, Lonely Knitter, and my adopted yarn daughter. And the most beautiful yarn, also from the Fibre Fox. This is my first Fibre Fox yarn. I can tell you it won't be my last. Oh, it's so pretty. I love it. There's speckles there. Really pretty. It's called Eloise, which actually is my middle daughter's best friend. That's her name. And I absolutely love it. Thank you so much, Laura and Georgie. And yeah, it won't be my last Fibre Fox because I'm getting her advent calendar, so looking forward to that. And then in here I've got my West Green Loft Yarns bag, I have some bits. Also, these are all from my daughters. So there's lots of little bits in here. I've got some yarn, which is Curious Alice. It's so pretty. Look at those speckles. It's lovely, and it's got a little Alice clock on it as well. Oh, it's so lovely. So yeah, it's really, really pretty. That's that one. Oh, and then these are wooden stamps as well, but these are ones that my daughter got from Amazon. They're really pretty though. So I'll get them out and show you. I'll show you one. So they're all little individual boxes, and inside, so that's the stamp. She did good there, bless her. It's one of those surprising, oh wow, that's a really good present moments. She also got me some really pretty washi tape, which is all little animals having a birthday party. She got me an ink pad, because that would be useful with all the amount of stamps I've got. And finally, I have got some bits from So Sweet Violet, which is why I kept getting muddled up. I have got some little bird paper clips, which are absolutely adorable. They're so cute. I use paper clips a lot in my diaries for clipping in like receipts and things that I want to keep. I got a Rainbow Chronicle sock pin, which will go on my Kelly bag for the Rainbow Chronicles. I've got a beautiful star crystal progress keeper. I got a little bobbin with some ribbon on it. So it's like peaches and pink ribbon. I got these, which are like the prettiest little stitch markers ever. They're all little crystals. They're absolutely gorgeous. They really sparkle in the sun. I can just see them with some lace knitting and mohair. They look so pretty. And Jules very kindly put in a little thank you of a strawberry, which is adorable. So I was very spoiled. That's not it, but I'm just going to put this little lot away so that it doesn't... I have a problem with little packages going missing, so I'm going to just put them all away in my West Green Loft Yarn bag, which Vicky very kindly gave to my daughter with my yarn in. And I'm going to pop it all in there for the moment. Put that back down there. And then I was chatting with Rachel from So Amy, and I was showing her my garden, virtually, obviously, and I was sort of pointing out flowers, going, yeah, no idea what they are, but we were just laughing about it. And then the very next day, I got this little set from my daughter, and it just made me laugh. So these are all pottery, and they're all for naming flowers, etc. We have something, no idea, don't know, And my personal favourite, because I have a lot of these, weeds. Absolutely fab. Now the ribbon on it says it's Juliet Reeves Designs, so I'm guessing if you Google Juliet Reeves Designs you will be able to find them. But it did make me chuckle because we were only having a conversation the night before about the fact that I don't know what anything is called in my garden. I mean, basically at the moment in my garden it's an allium or it's a weed. There's nothing really else going on out there. But I loved that. It was such a brilliant idea. I don't know whether I'll use them in the garden though. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with them yet. But I did like them. It made me chuckle. Right, so that's my birthday haul. I have a few other bits coming, but they are not here yet. So I will share them with you on a different episode. And then we're going to segue from birthday into happy mail now. And I'll explain to you why in a moment. So I did have some birthday money. I have a little bit of birthday money left as well, and I decided to treat myself to the Elderflower Stitches sale, and I have got these 3 DK weight skeins of yarn. Now these will go with my other Elderflower Stitches DK weight I've got, which I think I've got 2. And I was thinking, well, originally I was going to make a jumper, but she very kindly included these 2 minis, and now I'm thinking I might make a cardigan because I think they'd make such a pretty button bands, and this would be such a fun kind of summer pretty cardigan. So I'm thinking I might do a cardigan now. Not too sure about that, and she also very kindly included another little mini. Yeah, oh, they're so pretty, aren't they? So this is Berry Breeze. As I said, I've got mine on DK, and she has still got some in the shop. I don't know whether they're DK or fingering weight, and she's selling out fast now, so by the time you see this there may not be any left. This is Citrus and Blueberry Cooler. This is Mango and Lime Crush. And then these are the 2 of the colourways I didn't get as full skeins, although I'm very tempted to go back and get that one as a full skein because I really like that one. Oh dear. But yeah, that's those. Then way back at Easter I got a Easter mystery box from Giddy Yarns, and it occurred to me I'd never shared the yarn because I was opening the box. I was looking to see what was in a box the other day and found the yarn. I was like, oh, I never shared that on the podcast, so I thought I'd share that with you because it is so much fun. And this is also a DK, so it's going to go in a jumper at some point. I'm trying, if I'm buying single weight skeins of yarn, to buy them DK now so that I can at least make a garment with them, because there's only so many pairs of socks my feet can wear. And this is really fun. I'm thinking, wouldn't this look lovely as a yoke with just like some undyed, so just plain undyed, and this is a yoke, and that again I might do as a cardigan. So I need to double check my cardigan patterns. So that's that one. So next up is clubs. So if you haven't got your Bumbling Yarn Scrappy Blanket Club, which I believe is Friends, look away. And I'm going to try and show it to you without too much glare. This is going to go into my jelly roll blanket eventually. Very pretty. That blue's really popping, isn't it? So that's that one. You can look back. And the next one is the Giddy Yarns Marvellous Monthly Minis Club for May. So again, if you've not got yours, look away. I love these colours so much. I've got the DK weight because again, I want to try and make a garment with them. They're so pretty, really pretty, really like those. Oh, right, you can look back now. That's it for incoming. It's quite a big incoming, isn't it? Oh, so just news from the knitting project now, and I had a lovely birthday. Thank you very much for all your birthday wishes. I was very, very spoilt. Friday, we had a disastrous day on Friday. There is actually a birthday vlog coming up after this, so I am not going to talk too much about it, because then you can see my disastrous day on Friday. And then Saturday we had family here and just sat out in the garden, and it was lovely, and I did lots of sock knitting. And then Sunday we went out for the day. Again, there's some vlog footage of that, so you will see that afterwards. This week has been a heavy work week, and today is no exception, so I'm going to have to get on with work in a moment. I am looking forward to quite a good weekend, but more details of that next week after after it's happened, just in case, because I'm not certain it's going to happen yet. Otherwise, in other news, I can't think of anything else. I think the vlogs say it all, if I'm honest. I don't want to keep on for too long, because I know I've got quite a lot of vlog footage. You will see some balloon footage, which has been taken by Ian. He was lucky enough to get a flight over London. I'm so jealous. I'm not big on flying. I will do it, but I've flown a few times, but it's not my favourite thing to do, if I'm honest. But even I would have enjoyed a flight over London. That would have been cool. But he was lucky enough to go for a flight over London, and he did very kindly take some footage for me, so you will see that's on there. There is my birthday vlog on there. I need to do the unravel vlog, which I want to try and do next week, and I want to try and film the tutorial next week. Could be a busy filming week next week, but we'll see how we get on. I might just have to break it down into small elements. If you would like to check out the minis in my Etsy shop, I would be very grateful. As I said, they're all indie dyed, and they're all big names. It's just they're not named on the minis. Although if you want to know who they are, if you give me drop me a message, I'll probably be able to tell you. There are a few I will be like, no, don't know, I haven't got a clue. But all of my minis have been bought from indie dyers, so there is a good chance I'll know who they are. I've still got many more to go through. I've only done 2 cubbies, so yeah, I will be adding more as the weeks go on. Right, I think that's it for me today, so I hope you're all okay wherever you are. Take care, and I'll see you next week. Hey, I'm just popping back in to say this has been a bit of a train wreck of a podcast. I apologise for the interruptions. I apologise for any non-continuity that there may have been. Yeah, goodness me. And I think the vlog may be longer than the podcast this week, but that was a bit of a train wreck. It was quite difficult to record, only because I kept getting interrupted. I got interrupted so much that my full cup of coffee is now empty, and I'm on water. I've been recording for 2.5 hours. It's been a difficult one today. I'm going to be lucky to get this edited by the end of today as well, which will be a disaster, because then I will not have any time to get this edited before Sunday. So I need to stop talking to you and get on with that. But this is by way of an apology to say that if what became before is not great, that is why. And I've just remembered I've forgotten to show you one of my presents, so I'm going to get up and just show it to you quickly now. This is from hubby. Bright pink office chair. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, it reclines and vibrates and does all sorts. Yeah, he did good there, bless him. But as you would have seen if you watched last week's podcast, my chair goes down of its own accord. So yeah, this was very much needed, and although in a way is an interesting present for a birthday, it's very much wanted, and I do spend an awful lot of time in here sitting in it, so having a comfortable one's probably essential. And if I'd asked my boss for one, he would have bought me one, don't get me wrong, but it would have been a pretty basic, you know, bottom of range. So this seemed to be the best way. The best compromise was to have it for my birthday, and I'm very pleased with it. Right, all that being said, this time I am going Take care. Thank you so much for watching me. If you don't subscribe, if you wouldn't mind subscribing, that would be fabulous. I'm trying to get to the magic 1,000 so that I can do community announcements. However, that might also put me into ads, so I don't know. But thank you anyway. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you next week. Good morning. So it's my first weekend. Ooh, whoops, that's my hand. There we go, that's better. So I thought I might vlog, if only for a record for myself. There is always a disaster around my birthday. It happens every year. And this one is, we have skylight windows and we left them open overnight and we now have flooded areas of the house. I was also up late last night. I mean, it wasn't even that late, it was 11:20, but that's late for me. Collecting daughters from the station, and I mean, it's now 20 to 12 and I'm only just getting up. I slept till 9:30, which I think is the latest I've slept in ages. That isn't kind of, I've been ballooning first. So my capacity for sleep at the moment is quite astounding. I'm anticipating the day getting better because we are going out for a meal later, so hopefully the meal will be good. But my birthday Friday adventure so far is a bit of a washout. I'm hoping we'll pop out, just, I don't know, just go out. Even if we just go to Biggin Hill and see a plane, actually. Anything would be nice to get out of the house. But I always make these plans for everybody else for their birthdays, and it always goes off perfectly without a hitch. As soon as I make a plan for my birthday, no. Don't know why I bother, because it happens the same every year. So I thought I would cheer myself up by chatting to you lot and doing a birthday vlog, because I really enjoy chatting to you lot. And I haven't vlogged for ages. I have done lots of vlogs, but they've not actually been published. So there's no guarantee this one will be, but hopefully it will. And I'm going to show you what I'm working on. I started something new last night, which is no great surprise, but is not anything. So I'll share that with you later. And if we go out, I will share that with you. I will show you the damage around my house, because, you know. Oops. Same problem with like the Velux windows. They let in the rain if it starts raining. I got a phone call from Meg going, you might want to come downstairs, the house is flooded. Oh, rats. We've forgotten to shut the window. Okay, part of me was like, well, you know, Ian's been downstairs and made coffee this morning and it was raining. Did he not notice? But, you know, it's as much my responsibility to remember as it is his, so. Never mind. Also, I'm running out of my favourite makeup. I love this and I can't get this one anymore, which is really annoying me. I like the glittery one. In fact, everything's running out. My lipstick's running out as well. I'll show you that in a moment. Oh. Now we have a small pause while I do mascara, because I apparently can't talk and do mascara at the same time. That's just a Body Shop mascara. Most of the stuff I use is Clarins for my kind of nice makeup. My everyday makeup isn't Clarins. I use it when I'm going out. But yeah, look, my lipsticks. I'm down to fishing it out with a lip brush. But it'll last another couple of months like this, and then I really will need to buy myself a new lipstick. But I really like the Clarins range. I just it is a bit pricey. But I like to have like special makeup to wear on special occasions. I don't wear it every day. My everyday makeup is kind of like number 7 and stuff. But I like my little box of Clarins. Right, so that's that done. What have I got to do now? Jewellery. Let's find the jewellery. That I had when I was a baby. So that's about to be 52 years old, giving away my age. It is so wet outside, it's throwing it down. All that lovely weather all week when I was working, and on my day off, it's chucking it down. Do you think I'm feeling a bit sorry for myself? I need to stop this. Stop it. It could be worse, you could be working. Stop it. Make the best of the day. Oh. Right, so that's me done. You might remember I said on the podcast, depending on when this goes up, actually, I should imagine it'll go up after the podcast because I'll put it together on Monday. I was saying about I wanted to have a shawl to keep in the car, and I was going to use my Find My Fade, which is patterned by Andrea Mowry. And the wool, the yarn was Woolly Goodness, and she did a fade kit. Oh, I just loved it. So this is how it looks. Oh, that blew out. So pretty. And it's really long and really warm. So I'm going to throw this in the car. This is going to be my car shawl. And then I'm going to try and find my habitation to throw, which I'm fairly certain is on a chair in my office. And put that in the car just as a, if you're cold, you can use it. Right. I should probably go downstairs at 10 to 12. Right, I'm just going to show you the spare room that we did up, the guest room. So in here, complete with cat, because you know cats have to come with too. Here's the room we did up. So that's the new bed. It's got this, that's a temporary throw over it, there's a duvet underneath it, but because somebody has adopted it as her own, it's got a throw over it. And then kind of, this furniture used to be my mummy's, but I've nicked the wardrobe because I need to put the, whoops, need to put the hanger away. Hello. Right, so yeah, that's the room complete with cat. And this is now the junk room, which was my craft room. So this all needs, this is where we've got to sort out next. This is the next big job. And then if I show you if it's not dried. Oh, it's pretty much dry, but can you see the mark down there? That's where it's all come in from that skylight. So the carpet's wet in places. Super.
You're right, darling.
The chaos that is the flood in the laundry room. Yes, I'm vlogging my birthday because it's going so well so far.
Oh well,
is everything working okay?
That got really wet. That computer, the old Tough Book, got wet. This computer didn't get wet at all. So, well, to be honest, everything's fine.
So that's where the skylight is, right over the top of his desk. So that was helpful. And then we've got in here, we've got those two skylights up there. So this is, yeah, that got a bit wet too. But yeah, I just thought I might vlog my birthday. So I've got a record of it and nothing else.
Well, and why not? And at the end of the day, you quite rightly say it's going well so far. Oh dear me.
Isn't it just?
Oh dear.
Okay, so the office is a huge mess because I recorded a podcast yesterday and everything is still everywhere. And, you know, haven't opened curtains yet. Let's get those open. There we go, there's some bright light in here. Actually, it's not too bad, I guess, on the desk, is it? There are my socks I'm currently working on. Hold on, let's put a light on. Oh, there we go. So these are my June Lay Family Yarn socks. So I finished the first one, and I've done some a funky cuff there. Then I've helical knitted, and the second colour that I helical knitted in is now this bit here. Then I'll do then I've done the heel flap in that colour, finished off that mini, got a different mini and a different toe colour, and I'm replicating that on the second sock, but in the greeny colour. So we're going from green to blue. So I've actually knit them the wrong way around, but so that's the speckledy colour, that's the equivalent of this. Then I'll use that green on the heel and a flash in the middle, and then I've got a different mini that I'm going to use for that bit of the foot and the toe. So if I really get on with those, I may get those finished today. It doesn't take me long to knit socks. And then the other thing I'm working on is quite exciting, well at least I think it is. The question is, can I get it out without everything coming out? Right, so that's the bit I've made. So inspired by Kate of the Last Homely House, who has done like a single layer quilt top for summer use, just to throw over when it's really hot. I thought I would do the same but with hexies. So that one's got a card in it. It's got the card in. But this one, which is kind of this one and this one, was a prototype of what I was going to do, has got on the back, it's got smaller hexies stitched to the back. I've got a smaller hexie. Let's just grab any smaller hexie. There we go. So the idea is that you put that one over the back, and then both wrong sides are together, and you just stitch it on. And if you stitch really carefully, the stitching does not come through to the front. So that'll be the front, and then the back will look something like that. And it will just be like, I mean, it's sort of a single layer. I mean, it is kind of double layered, but there's not any batting or anything between them. So yeah, then I thought I'd make it big enough to go on our bed. I don't know how many years it will take me to make it, but I think, I mean, I only did this for about an hour last night, and I got all the way from there to there done, so I'll have to go measure it on my bed at some point, but it's getting there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So another 8, and I reckon it'll be half, so probably 32 across. And then I'm going to look out in second-hand shops for fabric to make the hexies out of. I've got this, which is a fabric pack from Jules of So Sweet Violet. It's supposed to be a Christmas one, but I think I can probably get away with, maybe not that one, most of it being, maybe not that one too, most of it being okay for this. Okay, there is a few Christmassy ones in there. Maybe I'll put that to one side, and I'll just take the Christmas ones out and make something with the Christmas ones. So yeah, that's the other thing I am working on at the moment. We're just going to have, Ian's just gone down, whoops, to the shed down there in the rain, because we've got some frozen croissants, and we're going to have croissants for breakfast at 12:08. Then we're going to go out for a drive, and I'm thinking about going over Box Hill. I don't know whether there'll be much of a view today because the cloud might be quite low, but we'll have a go. Maybe pop out and have a quick record of the view. And then we're out for dinner later on, so yeah, this will all go today. Good morning, it's the morning of my birthday and I've just watched the lovely Ellie of Craft House Magic. This is what happens when your family know you love flowers and it's your birthday. I mean, we're into jam jar territory now. I'm not even sure that one holds water, so I'm going to need to keep an eye on that. But they are gorgeous. I'm so spoiled. But wow, that is a lot of flowers. I'm now going to have to find somewhere for them all. What a lovely problem to have. bye.